Tired of spending money on your UCO candle lantern specific candles? Tired of the pack space that it takes up to carry more than 2 at a time? Well, not anymore. Today I'm going to show you an easy modification that you can do at home to save you time, money and pack space with your UCO candle lantern. Let's go.
Not burnt yourself, have you?
No, no. The insulation.
Oh, are you? That's the ring dog. He's nearly 9. He's like in his like 50s. Yeah. So he's sticking up. Oh,
Sponsored by.
Give me 9 to watch.
Yeah, but what I'll do, I'll keep it for the group.
Yeah.
Might make a hanger for it.
Yeah, kettle boiling.
Sorry, just. No one cares about it.
No.
I made a pocket.
Have a look at your top. Hey, my pocket.
Good, it's handy.
Yeah, on the pocket.
Have a light.
No.
I ain't taking my knife off. Want to go to sleep and think what's stabbing me in the leg and it's my knife. No. Yeah, you please put that in my rucksack if you don't mind.
Fine, just do not my pocket.
Give it a mummy keep.
You've still got food in your bowl.
You don't want? Clock food, you want to use. Race road, please. Where is it? Just go for a walk. Lovely.
So here we have the UCO candle lantern that we're all familiar with and all love. It packs down to nice size to accommodate any pack, and yeah, very popular in the bushcraft and camping outdoors world. But one of the issues, I suppose, that's been with them is the candles that you have to bring along with you. So if you're not familiar, these lanterns, this is the standard size, and it holds a candle that should last for around 9 hours, but they can be very bulky. So if you are thinking of saving space in your pack, you could probably only take about 1 or 2 with you to save space. But what if you want to take more? What if you are out for a longer week and you want to be using your candle lantern more regularly? Well, this is a solution that has been developed. So this modification, which is just using copper piping, turns your UCO candle lantern, instead of burning candles, it can burn paraffin. So as I showed you in the previous video, it is simply 1 piece of copper tubing and then 2 caps. One has been soldered at the bottom and then the other is just a nice friction fit, and then a spout at the top and a hole next to it just to let some airflow in. So we've got an airflow hole and then we've got a wick tube for it to come out. You can see the wick at the bottom there. Okay, and simply you fill that up with paraffin, push the lid back on. Like I said, it's a friction fit, so it's not going to fall off, and then insert that into the candle lantern just like you would with a candle. Now the benefit of this, like I said before, is instead of carrying around however many candles that you will need for a weekend or for a week camping, you can simply just take a small bottle of paraffin. This is a 200ml bottle. I bought this from Forest Fundamentals, you can see on the front. It has a very easy pour top there, okay, and it seals it in, so it's not going to leak in your bag. Now this I filled up, not all the way to the top, okay, but just a bit further on, and I filled this paraffin modification up yesterday at around 3 o'clock because I wanted to test the burn time. On the previous video where I just showed you the modification, some of you were asking about how does it compare to a candle. Does it burn brighter? Does it burn the same? Does it last as long? So I did a comparison and had a look at the burn time and the brightness, which you can see in this video as we go on. So like I said, I filled this up to just below the top at about 3 o'clock in the afternoon yesterday, and left it burning. Just left it on the table, didn't touch it, just left it just to see how well it did. Brightness was absolutely fine the whole way through, and it was around 12 o'clock that we started heading off to bed last night, and the lantern was still going. So from 3 o'clock to 12 o'clock, that is 9 hours, and I had to extinguish it. Now when I opened it up, there was a small amount of paraffin left at the bottom, but like I said, having to extinguish it, and there's no mess to clean up, there's no candle wax inside that you have to get rid of. It is very, very straightforward. It's very, very clean, and the space that a 200 milliliter bottle of paraffin takes up compared to however many candles, like I said, I only use maybe that much paraffin, and that would be one 9-hour candle. Okay, so if you think about how many more, you could maybe 5 or 6 9-hour burn times. If you think how many candles that would be and how much space that would take up in your pack, this is a no-brainer that it's going to take up less space, more efficient, and yeah, less cleanup at the end. For those who haven't seen it on the last video, I'm just going to show you putting the inserts in. It couldn't be simpler. Okay, so remove all the parts, place your paraffin modification inside. Now some people are asking, do you still need to use the spring, because the spring pushes the candle, it keeps it high up to the top, so the candle's actually poking out of the surrounding tube. You still do need it. I mean, you could take it out if you made the tubing a bit longer, but if I left it out, you can see that it's not quite there yet. It's not quite reaching. Okay, so it does need pushing up. It's not the end of the world. Okay, the spring, like I say, just it can be a bit fiddly getting the spring in, but it's not too much bother. Okay, so there we go, that's all encased there. You can see the wick is just poking out, and you can make that wick longer or shorter. You can have it a smaller light and the paraffin's going to last a bit longer, or you can have it a bit brighter. So again, another benefit from the candles, you can't I suppose change the type of brightness. Not that you're massively bothered about the type of brightness from a candle, but it's just there. Yeah, but being able to do it, yeah, it's a nice touch. Okay, and then that just simply goes in. Okay, and it can still be collapsed with it all in, so that will just fit into my pack nice and easy next to the bottle. Okay, so and with the candles you would have this, and then however many candles you wanted to take out. So all in all, I think the conclusion is very much in favour of the paraffin modification. The first reason that I loved it, which I spoke about in the last video, was the money saving aspect of it. These 9-hour candles, they're not cheap. Most of the time you can only get them from the UCO website, and yeah, for the amount that you will need to buy over a period of time, it's going to be setting you back quite a bit. Whereas paraffin, you can bulk buy it. Okay, I've got a big jug of it in the shed, and whenever I need to fill this up, just fill it up and I'm ready to go again. I don't need to worry about ordering more off a particular website, waiting for delivery. Now, some other people decide to make their own candles, and that's absolutely fine. They use moulds and make their own using leftover candles they've got at home. Perfectly viable, but again, you've got the time that it takes to actually make those candles up. You've got the expense of the moulds, but then you've got to wait for candles to burn down, or leftover candle wax to be available, and then you've got to melt it all down, put it into the moulds, so you've got that time aspect of it. Paraffin lantern, you've got the initial cost of the modification and obviously the paraffin, but then you're ready to go. It doesn't matter how last minute it is for you to come out for your weekend or week away, or even just for the day. You can pick it up, it's ready to go, you've got no problems. So first win for the modification is the money saving. Second win is the space. Like I said before, all you've got to take is your candle and you've got your bottle of paraffin, as opposed to your candle lantern and however many candles you need to take. So space saving in your pack is the second win for the Paraffin. And the final one is that there's no difference between the burn time of how long it lasts and how bright it can be between the two. So you've got massive advantages for the Paraffin with no loss to burn time or brightness. If you want to know any more about the UCO candle lantern modification, please leave your message in the comments below and I'd be happy to answer any questions or comments that you have. And I'll see you on the next video. Thank you very much for watching.